Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. No, it's Thursday. Oh my gosh, I'm losing track of the days. It is snowing out. So a lot of the stuff that I would normally do, I can't do. So I'm just, sitting here enjoying my coffee and having some breakfast. Having a little bit of crackers with some fig spread. It's like jelly. It's really good. It's made out of figs. Do you guys know what figs are? Let me show you. Okay. You know what? I really tried hard to get a fresh fig from the store, but a lot of the stores don't have things that they normally carry. That's good. So I thought, well, let me find a picture. I'm going to show all my friends what a fig is. That's a picture of a fig. And it's a fruit. They're purplish, and they're kind of juicy inside. What you see over here is a fig leaf, which is interesting. So in the story, the story Julian tells, well, actually, in the story Julian tells, it has something to do with a fig today. So, like I said, I went to the store and I tried to find a fresh one, and I couldn't find a fresh one. So what I did is I found a package of figs. These are sun-dried figs, and right there is a picture of a fig and what it would look like if you actually cut the fig open. So let me show you this picture again. There's a picture of what a fig would look like if we cut it open. It kind of looks like that. And I'll show you another picture in a minute, but you take that inside stuff, and if you were going to make jelly out of it, you'd cook it down, and it would kind of look like this. There's these cookies that I really like. They're called Fig Newtons. It's got the yummy stuff in the inside. So this is what a fig looks like. Fresh figs. This stuff is really, really good. So this is like a dried fig. That would be the top of the fruit. And it would be like bigger, kind of like this. And then it's put in this thing that dries it. And we can eat it. If I break it open, sorry, you can't see. If I break it open, that's what the stuff looks like inside. And you'll notice in the jam, you can see sort of the seeds and stuff. So this is a really yummy and healthy breakfast. I'm going to have a fresh fig. My God, they're so good. This is what the package looks like. Sun-dried figs. You get all these figs for only $2. It's really good. So the reason I'm talking about figs today, I'm going to read to you another chapter from our book, The Stories Julian Tells. And in this chapter, it has something to do with a fig. And Julian has some troubles based on this fig. So you're going to be listening today to see what those troubles are. And another word that we might see in the story is measures. Okay? So in your journal, we're going to do what I like to call a think along. So get your journal out. I'm going to stop at 4 different points in the story, and I'm going to ask you a question, and I just want you to put some quick thoughts there. So you don't need to pre-write the questions, but if you want to pause the video each time and write the question and then put your answer, that's totally fine. So the chapter is called Because of Figs, and we're going to do a think along today. Because of figs. And in the illustration, you can see there's the fig leaves and the different figs that are growing, and figs are fruit. In the summer, I like to lie in the grass and look at the clouds and eat figs. Figs are soft and purple and delicious. Their juice runs all over my face, and I eat them until I'm so full I can't eat any more. Because of figs, I got a strange birthday present. And because of that birthday present, I had some trouble. This is what happened. Troubles. I wonder. It all started a long time ago when I had my 4th birthday. My father came home from work and said, "I have something for you, Julian. Go look in the car." I ran to look, and Huey ran after me, tripping over his shoelaces. When we looked in the back seat of the car, there was a tree, a small tree with just a few leaves. We ran back to my father. "A tree for a birthday present?" I said. "A tree for a birthday present," Huey said. He was 2 years old, and he always repeated everything I said. Now, what did Julian's dad get him for his birthday? I'll put the picture of the figs up here. We know that he loves figs, right? And they're purple, and they're soft, and they're juicy, and he likes to eat them, and the juice runs all over his face. Well, his dad decided he was going to get him a fig tree. So I'm like, I don't know what a fig tree looks like. So I looked up a picture on the internet, and I found this one. And as I was reading the story, this is the image I had in my mind because his dad got him a small fig tree. We can see this has some figs growing on it, and there's those leaves I was showing you. So his dad gave him a fig tree for a present. That's a pretty awesome present, I would have to say. I don't see what the trouble is. Do you? Let's see what happens. "It's a fig tree," my father told me. "It will grow as fast as you, Julian. And in a few years, it will have figs that you can pick and eat." So this tree is already grown to the point where it's going to grow figs and you can pick them and eat them. Pretty cool. I could hardly wait to grow my own sweet, juicy purple figs. We planted the tree by our back fence and gave it water every day. And in the morning, it had 2 leaves. So here's your first stop and think question. Why is Julian excited about his birthday present? Why is he excited? Stop the video for a second. Put down your thoughts. Why is he excited about that birthday present? I'm going to keep reading. I could hardly wait to grow my own sweet, juicy purple figs. We planted the tree by our back fence and I gave it water every day, and then one morning it had 2 new leaves. "Fig tree, you're growing," I said. I thought I should be growing too. There is a mark on the wall in the bathroom of our house where my father measures us. There's that word, measures. And I ran into the house to measure myself against my old mark. I pressed my hand against my head flat to the wall and checked where my hand was compared to the old mark. I wasn't any taller. I walked outside to the fig tree. "I'm not any taller," I said. I touched the fig tree's new leaves. "I want to grow too," I said. "You know how to grow and I don't," I told the fig tree. The fig tree didn't say a word. "Maybe what makes you grow will make me grow," I told it. And very quickly, I picked the fig tree's new leaves and ate them. They tasted worse than spinach. I was pretty sure they would make me grow. I did a little growing dance around the fig tree with my hands raised high in the air. It worked. I stayed taller than Huey. I got taller than my fig tree. And every time my fig tree got new leaves, I saw them and ate them secretly. And when nobody was looking, I did a growing dance. If you don't dance like this fig tree, if you don't like this fig tree, just tell me, I'd say. The fig tree never said a word. Okay, now what are you thinking right now? Question number 2 to stop and think. What is Julian doing? What do you think about that? What's he doing? What do you think about that? Pause the video, record your ideas down, and then start back up. After a year, my father looked at my fig tree. It's a nice little tree, he said, but it isn't growing. And he started putting fertilizer on my tree, and he looked at it more often. And when new leaves showed, I saw them first. And I wanted to get taller, so I ate them. Another whole year went by. My mark on the bathroom wall went up 3 inches. I was 4 inches taller than Huey, and my arm muscles was twice as big as his. The fig tree hadn't grown at all. Now, keep in mind, Julian got this present, this tree, when he was 4, and now 2 years have gone by. Fig tree, I said when I took its new leaves, I'm sorry, but I want to grow tall. And the fig tree didn't say a word. One day my father was in the garden. He walked over to my fig tree. Julian, he said, something is the matter with your tree. It hasn't grown. It hasn't grown at all. Really? I said. I didn't look at my father. I didn't look at my fig tree either. Do you have any idea what could be wrong? My father asked. I looked straight at my feet. I crossed my toes inside my shoes. Oh, no. I think that tree's just plain no good. We'll pull it out of the ground and get another one. What are you thinking now? Julian's dad says, this tree is no good. We'll pull it out of the ground and get a new one. What are you thinking now? Pausing point 3. Stop for a few minutes. Jot down your ideas. Tell somebody what's going on. What are you thinking? And when you're ready, start it back up again. I'm going to keep reading. Oh, no, don't do that, I begged. Julian, my father said, do you know something about this tree that I don't know? I didn't say anything, and I was glad, very glad that the fig tree didn't say a word. Finally, I said, it's my tree. Give it one more chance. No use waiting around, my father said. His hand was around the trunk of my tree. What's he going to do? Please, please, I said. My father's hand relaxed. After all, it is your tree, he said. Just tell me when you want another one. All afternoon, I couldn't think of anything but all the little fig leaves I'd eaten. I was pretty sure I knew why the fig tree didn't grow. Why did the fig tree not grow? He was eating the leaves all the time. Do the trees need the leaves to grow? Yeah, they're pretty important. At bedtime, I couldn't sleep, and when Huey went to sleep, I got up and sneaked outside to my fig tree. I told God I knew that the fig leaves belonged to the fig tree. I told the fig tree I was sorry, and I promised I would never eat its leaves again. The fig tree didn't say a word, but the next week it got 2 new leaves and kept them. That night I went to bed happy, and I dreamed a good dream. My fig tree was higher than the house. I was almost as tall as my dad, and there were big figs, juicy figs, sweet figs, falling all over the lawn. So, because of figs. So we stopped a few times in the story. We thought about it. At the very last part, it says, the fig tree got 2 new leaves and kept them. What are your thoughts about that? Now, for your last thing, I want you to tell me, what was Julian's present and what trouble does it bring him? I would like you to write a nice paragraph here describing that, and there's a space at the top for you to draw a picture. So I'd like to give you guys an opportunity to work on this, and we will try to have a Zoom meeting so we can share some of our ideas about that. I hope you guys are getting on Seesaw. There's going to be new activities there. And as promised, I still have a lemon pudding activity to do for you and a banana trick. So have a good Thursday. I will see you all tomorrow, and be well. Bye, guys.